Christmas time is the time when Christians celebrate the birth of Jesus. But what's the big deal? Why celebrate a child born over 2,000 years ago? Why is Jesus described by some people as the best gift ever? What's up with that? Well, to understand why Jesus' birth is good news, we first need to know some bad news. So in a minute, I promise you'll understand why Jesus' birth is worth celebrating. But first, you're going to have to bear with some bad news. Okay? All right. The bad news is we all have done wrong things. Every time we look both ways to make sure nobody's watching, we know we're about to do something wrong, and you know what? We do it anyway. And we forget that God is watching. And do we always treat other people the way we want to be treated if we're honest? No, we don't. Even though God created other people, it's pretty easy to say bad things about the people that He created, isn't it? In fact, if we're honest, haven't we often lived like there is no God? So that's the bad news. We're in trouble. Big trouble. Now, it's true that God is full of love, but you know what? He's also full of justice. Now, love sounds good, but justice is a good thing too, until we realize that we are guilty. Think of a judge in a courtroom who says to someone who is guilty of a crime, "Don't worry about it." What if the criminal had harmed you or someone you loved? Would you think that judge was a good judge? I don't think so. And so similarly, God can't just say, don't worry about the bad things you've done. No. You see, God is full of justice. Perfect justice. Now here's where the good news of Jesus comes in. You see, Jesus was in heaven before He was ever born as a baby here on earth. He came to earth as a baby. He grew up, and you know what? He lived a perfect life. He never whispered harmful rumors about others. He never treated anyone badly. He was perfect. And after living for a while here on earth, He was arrested for no good reason. He was tortured. He was killed. He was crucified on a cross. And the punishment that is due to humanity was put on Jesus instead of us. It's like Jesus came into court and offered to pay the fine that you had to pay, a fine that you have no money to pay. And now God can say to us, your crimes have been paid for. You are forgiven. He can say that because all crimes have been paid for. Justice has been served. This is the good news of Jesus. Each of us will either receive Jesus' gift to us or will reject Him. Rejecting Jesus is the same thing as saying, no, I'll take the punishment for my crimes myself. And that's not a smart move. So instead, this Christmas, how about we say, Jesus, thank you for taking the punishment for the wrong stuff I've done. I'm guilty. But I would like to accept your amazing, merciful, gracious deal, and I'll take forgiveness, please. Now that would make Christmas, this Christmas, the best one ever.